guests, friends, and future leaders of this great nation. I'm truly honored to be among this historic building, which is a symbol of power and a symbol of change. And it is really an honor to be standing behind this podium where the president, the vice president, the leaders of many nations stand, and I share the same floor, so it is quite an honor for me. There's no greater honor than seva. There's no greater reward than service to others and to each other. We live in a time when so many Americans are hurting. We live in an economic competition, and job economic security is increasing. Insecurity is what I meant by that. People are asking whether American dream of owning home or having a stable job is still alive. Friends, it is still alive. Most of you, or your parents, migrated to this country with 2 suitcases. First suitcase had pots and pans and some groceries. The other suitcase had clothes with $8 to $10 in your pocket. You got education, you got training, and you made that dream come true. So education is the future of our making the dream coming true. Despite the challenges we face, I'm also deeply very optimistic. As the president of Jaina, representing 150,000 people, and as a retired naval officer, I got to travel all around the world and here, 25 states. And I'm really inspired to see what I have seen and experienced among our dharmic and faith communities. The dedication that we show in our respective community in support for the disadvantaged, concern for ecology, and for our animals in every aspect that we can, and we do in whatever way we can. The only thing we don't do is talk about it. We just do it silently and forget about it. But there's so much work that's being done that halls of the Capitol or this great building never hear about it. So that we need to do a better job of sharing so we can learn from each other. We're recovering from the worst economy since the Depression, but responding, the America has always responded to the world crisis, and we're among the leaders. And who is America? We are the America. The spirit of service is hard at work among our Jain community. We provide education loans to community people, or scholarships, interest-free, from philanthropists and the community that needs it. All you have to do is apply. And there's no questions asked, except the only thing we ask is that you circulate. Whenever you get the money, you return it back so we can circulate it back into the community. We provide ecology grants to help local schools and high schools grow plants and even vegetables in support of First Lady's initiative of eatable classrooms. We support societies, humane societies, and shelters. We are inspired by the President Clinton, and we lobbied for healthy plant-based meals, an option for our children to have a healthy meals in our school system, and we got that. We partner with organizations such as Humane Society, Wayne, thank you for your partnership, Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine, American Jewish Committee, NAACP, and numerous others to promote and incorporate ahimsa, or nonviolence, in our homes, our educational institutions, and in our offices, and in our businesses. And that's why we are so successful. From our heritage of nonviolence is what we bring to this nation. Periodically, we offer free medical health in our community centers, or in our own temples, or synagogues, or mosques. We don't talk about it. We even provide healthcare and medicines, do free x-rays. We even refer them within our own physician network to make sure that these disadvantaged individuals receive proper health care. We don't publish the data. We don't talk about it. So we need to do a better job of that. We even offer in many of our centers tutoring or subsidized math, science, SAT, ACT classes to our neighbors and children in our neighborhood. More of these volunteers, and many, many of these volunteers across this nation, from all background, are very enthusiastic and working very hard. Each and one of you have personal experiences in doing that in your own respective community. But service isn't limited to what's happening here at home. We must recognize the thousands who are in our armed forces. These are dedicated young patriots, like my own son and I was 30 years ago, who are willing to put their families and lives on hold, or even sacrifice in support of this nation's country's future. More and more of our South Asian Dharmic community are joining armed forces because of the initiatives that we have seen that the meals that are ready to eat are actually Hindu and Jain eligible. So when I was deployed, that was one of my biggest challenges, what am I going to eat? So then at that time, I was put on the commission in the Pentagon to say, okay, you know what you're going to eat, so go ahead and make it. So we were actually assigned to get tasks. As President Obama said, that education is one of the best anti-poverty programs there is in the world. Mahatma Gandhi, Dr. Martin Luther King, and President Mandela knew this and fought for it every day to make sure students and families from economically deprived or zones have a chance for a world-class education. Education is a value as deeply ingrained in Asian Americans, a spirit of service and service to others. Our hero, or my hero, Mahatma Gandhi and Dr. Martin Luther King, lived their lives in service to others, and they challenged their respective country to change their values and adapt ahimsa, love and compassion. They were living an example of those values. They both had many virtues, but thankfully, patience was not one of them. We need to make community service our national mission. I invite you to a life of service that embraces that mission of compassion, nonviolence, and love. The battle for quality education, nonviolence, is a daily fight for our social justice. Everyone here, each one of you are ambassador of that mission. We invite you, the President Obama invites you. Please join President Obama and us to join that mission. Thank you. It's my privilege to now invite Mr. Wayne Pacelli, the President of Humane Society of USA. I should actually say